Hey guys, I'm going to show you today how to make these little vintage sweet little craft in a cup. And I made a couple of these different kinds of little cups. I love this vintage cup here. It's my favorite. I only had one though, and this one here, this came from a flower shop, this vase, this little vase thing. There. Okay, so for this craft, you're going to need any mug. I ran out of orange, but it does have a little orange there, so that still counts. You need some Spanish moss, some wet floral foam. Did I say that? Foam. And you're going to need anything, really, anything you want to use for this craft. I'll just show you what I've been using. I bought these. These are cupcake picks I bought online from Cranky Cakes, I do believe. I'll put the link below. These are so sweet and vintage. I love them. And I think I got these from there too. And what else? These are old Christmas ornaments that I picked out that were orange that I saved for Halloween. Here, I used candy apples for this, but you don't have to use these, but I showed you how to make this in another video with the resin. So if you want to use a little apple, you can. I also really love these little gifts, little presents here that I wrapped up, and I just take a old Christmas, present here that you buy at the dollar store, unwrap it, use the foam, and wrap it up with little sweet little paper. And there's different ones here, little vintagey looking, and I've wrapped all kinds of Christmas ones, and I put them on my little houses for decoration. And a lot of times I pin pictures of fabric or wallpaper, and then I print it off. So that's how you get these pretty vintage prints. And you're also going to need these kind of prints if you want to use this. Like I go on Pinterest and I pin them off and just print them off. And also, I also pin vintage pictures of vintage boxes, candy boxes. And then I make my little boxes. Where do I have one here somewhere? I have one in there, but like so. That I use for decoration as well. And oh, the gumdrops also. I made these gumdrops out of resin. And I showed you how to reuse resin in another video. I have this mold that I bought online, I think from Etsy. I'll put a link below for it. And I really like it. I really like it. I really make sweet little resin gumdrops. I also made gumdrops by hand with clay, oven baked clay, right here. I also want to make note that if you use this with resin, once you put your resin in and it cures, in order for them to pop out, you have to put it in the freezer for a little while so then pop out. If you don't put it in the freezer, they will not pop out. So just want to give you that little tip if you order this and use resin in it. And you can also use Christmas balls here in black. I bought some of these. You can, like I said, you can use whatever you want. I made this here. This little, kind of looks a little vintage. I just used, I took some tinsel, Halloween tinsel, and this little ball here, and Christmas ball, and I just wrapped it and hot glued it around. And that's how I did that, if you want that little vintage look. Okay, so first of all, you put the foam in your cup here, and then I hot glued some of the Spanish moss on the top just to cover it. You can always use that paper, that papery stuff to fill it in. It's crinkled, it's like crinkled little paper. I didn't have any black or orange, but this works good. So you kind of just hot glue that in there just to make it look a little neater so you don't see the foam in there. And like I say, you can use whatever you want in these little vintage mugs. I'm just showing you what I use and what I bought and made. And I'm going to put one more. This is kind of messy stuff. And hot glue there. There. So I'm just going to cover it all. There. Okay. Now, I'm also going to show you quickly here too. Yeah, so you cut out your little vintage print here of any kind you want. And then I hot glued a stick on the back and I cut it at an angle here. So I'm just going to, and then you just stick it in here like that. And also the box, I'll show you how I fold these. I take a ruler and I just fold it. This gives you a neat, clean line. And then I take it and then I go like that. And then I hot glue this together. And there's all kinds of vintage pictures of vintage boxes on Pinterest, and I use that to my advantage. Make these sweet little, you can make them any size you want, big or small, and folding it up and all the edges here. And that one. And then I hot glue it all together like so. And then I hot glue the little wooden dowel on the end. Okay, so for this also then I'm going to use a little present here. And I'm going to stick it in there. And I'm going to use one of my little vintage thingies here. Let's also pop that in there. Like so. And it's just a simple little craft. Oh, I have my fake candies. I showed you how to make these as well. And I hot glued a toothpick there. What else? What else am I going to put? Oh, I'm going to stick this little guy in here as well. And a gumdrop. Oops. In there. And then I'm going to use one of my candy apples and just pop it in there. Oop. There, just like that. So really easy. And I love the little vintagey little touches. I thought they're really cute. And like I said, I love this mug. So I hope you enjoyed this little video, and please like, share, and subscribe. Thank you.